welcome back to Summit Sunrise, here with a very good friend of mine. This is Christy Lee Gogolin, and Christy Lee is the owner and operator of KL Creative Design. And what exactly is KL Creative Design for people that don't know?
So KL Creative Design is a Colorado-based web design group. We build mobile websites, traditional websites, iPhone applications.
Okay, now let's say, let's kind of break this down. Let's say we, for instance, here at TV8 Summit, we have a website, but it's, it leaves a few things to, it just needs to be worked on. So actually, Christy Lee is actually working on redesigning it right now. But what's the difference between like that website that we have just kind of for everyday like standard computers and a mobile website? Why would you need both?
Right. So in this mobile world that we live in right now, statistics say that 30% of users are on tablets right now, and even more than that are on their mobile phones. So it's important that you have a website that will work well with the phone, the tablet, and a traditional computer. You need to have all three of those in, to best optimize for the user that's coming to you.
So I guess I didn't realize, until recently that there really is completely different ways of actually doing those websites. It's not just the one that you're looking at on your phone or on your tablet. It is actually a different way of doing that.
Right. We're reworking the content according to the device that you're on. So you might have slightly different content on the phone, feature the contact information and things that they might be more likely to come to if they were on the phone, and just kind of rework them for the smaller screens.
Okay, so you're based out of Breckenridge. So if people, let's say they have a small business, or maybe their New Year's resolution is to kind of drive more people to their website, something that I've been kind of surprised by just with working with you for designing our website is that it's actually a lot more affordable than people think that it is.
I agree, and it's one of the best long-term investments you can do for your business. Everyone needs to have a web presence, and it's something that's going to last for a couple years. And so it's a great investment into your business.
And I think we've all been to those websites too, where you go on and you're so frustrated because you're like, I can't find what I'm looking for, and then you just kind of give up and you're just like, fine, whatever, I'll look for something else. But then also when it comes to like iPhone apps and things like that, I have to brag about my girl Christy Lee. You actually have your own iPhone app that you've designed that's on. You can go onto the Apple Store and get it, and it's called what?
Explore More.
And what is it?
Explore More is an altimeter where you can check your altitude, your current altitude, and you can also take a photo with the altitude, and it will stamp it with the altitude. It makes it black and white, stamps it with the altitude and the location.
Now, I love this because we actually use this a lot. Christy Lee and I were actually just out hiking last night, but we use this on our hikes, and it's kind of fun because you can share it really easily with your friends and be like, look what I'm doing, And so if, let's say, somebody needed an app or had a good idea for an app, you could even help them out with that too.
Yes, we do.
That's amazing. I love that. Now, one more thing too. Now, when it comes to, let's say, okay, we have this website, right? But it's not really getting much traffic. Like, you can tell that nobody's really looking at it. It's just not really, meeting the needs that you want it to meet. Can you help out with that too?
Of course. We do various different plans to help with marketing your website, and the main thing is search engine optimization, where we will analyze your website, look it over, and come up with some things that will help improve its rankings in Google's and in search engines and help you get more traffic, basically.
Oh, man. So you're like the one-stop shop for all things web.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, how do people get in touch with you?
So my phone number is on the screen there, I believe, and my website is klcreativedesign.com.
Okay. Well, definitely get in touch with Christy Lee if you have any questions. And I know, too, something else that is really nice and kind of makes it a little bit less intimidating if you've been thinking about this for a while is that you'll do some free consultations for people.
We will. We'll sit down with you, and we can discuss your project and what might be the next steps for your project. It's a free 30-minute project consultation.
Okay. So, that's nice because they can at least get you started, give you some ideas about like where you would need to go and what you would need to budget for and things like that. So, super helpful. All right. Get in touch with Christy Lee if you have any questions about websites or web design or, like us. We're really excited to be completely reworking our website. We'll let you guys know when it's up and running. But already, just the things that you've kind of mocked up for us, vast improvement. So, pretty exciting stuff. All right, we're going to take another break here on Summit Sunrise. More coming up, including Wash and Win, so don't go anywhere.